and then how we, incorporate cybersecurity in our club, and what are the events that we have planned for the semester. And then a look into the success stories, so previous officers who were at our club and some of the things they accomplished, and also our current officers and some of the roles that they have right now. And then you'll get to meet the team and the officers who are helping to run the club, without whom I feel like this club would not be managed. So yeah, very grateful to have them. And then we'll also talk about hiring officers and how you can join our team and be part of planning events and marketing and all of that fun stuff. So let's get started. So this is our mission statement. We are a platform of networking and collaboration which strives to bring together people with the similar interests and skills in the cybersecurity area. So honestly, if you're just interested in cybersecurity and you don't know where to start, then I feel like this is a good place, because we do have a lot of beginner friendly workshops that we do where we assume that there's no prior knowledge of cybersecurity and there's no prerequisites that you need to have, and you can just come in, enjoy, and just get your foot into the different areas of cybersecurity, because it is such a vast field. And we also do have more advanced workshops as well. So for example, last semester we conducted ethical hacking workshops where we went in phases. So starting from just learning about the target, learning as much as we can about the target, pretending we were, a hacker who's trying to hack for, a company, right? Making it ethical. So pretending we were looking at it from that perspective, just going slow by gaining information about the target, and then we got more advanced into how do we get into the system of the target, and what are some of the tools we could use for that. So really there's just a broad range of events that we put out, technical and non-technical, which could be interesting to anyone who's looking to get into the cybersecurity field, or who's already working in the cybersecurity field. Tala, you can take over.
All right, so let's take a moment to talk about why cybersecurity is important, starting with what happened with the SolarWinds hack. So before I explain it, I want to open up the floor to the audience. And if you know what the SolarWinds hack is, go ahead and I hear a bit of okay. So I want to go ahead and open up that question to the audience. So if you know what the SolarWinds hack was, go ahead and unmute your mic and let us know.
Oh, there's someone else. Okay, never mind. So from what I understand, they're SolarWinds is a software vendor that has a lot of contracts with a number of very large companies and also government organizations, and they manage software updates and some amount of security for them. And there was a supply chain attack in which some group, potentially a nation state, corrupted or infiltrated an update that got pushed to all these companies and government organizations, so that they had the software infiltrated, and they were able to get very confidential information such as emails out of doing it.
Yeah, great explanation. I definitely agree with you. So cybersecurity is very important. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. And I would also call it a historic mess. I think it was, so going all the way back to September 4th, 2019, a threat actor accessed SolarWinds. Like you were saying, a threat actor can't really attribute to anyone, but of course we think Russia. You probably know Russia, but going on September, so to explain a little bit more about SolarWinds, it is a company that produces an extremely popular network management system, which is a physical appliance that contains all credentials on a network and specializes in managing them for large organizations and enterprises. So not something you want to be compromised, like you had said. But yeah, going on, September 12th was when they had injected test code and performed a trial run, and they also maintained access with a backdoor exploit, which used multiple obfuscated blocks lists to identify forensics and antivirus tools running as process services and drivers. Going on February 2020, the Sunburst attack, which was a Trojan attack, was compiled and deployed. So that would bring us to March 2020. A Trojan was digitally signed by SolarWinds and distributed to their customers once they updated their systems to incorporate this malicious code. And though it was properly signed, so keep that in mind, it was signed by the SolarWinds component. All these customers were Trojanized after receiving the update. So then about 2 weeks through that, it was an initial dormant period, but then the malicious DLL retrieves and was executed, and it was called jobs, and that included the ability to transfer files, execute files, profile the system to reboot the machine, improve program OIP protocol, and it stored reconnaissance results with legitimate plugin configuration files, allowing it to blend in with legitimate SolarWinds activity. So they even went to significant lengths to observe and blend into normal network activity and high OPSEC, operational security. And they patiently conducted reconnaissance, and they were consistently covering their tracks and using difficult to attribute tools. So basically, AKA, they were deeply stealth. And then it was not found out until 10 months later. And for those of you who did not know, it was not even found out by SolarWinds. It was found out by FireEye. So I just wanted to share a quote from the FireEye CEO, Kevin Mandia. He had stated in December 2020 that recently we were attacked by highly sophisticated threat actors. And based on his 25 years in cybersecurity, the FireEye CEO, and responding to other incidents, he concluded that they were witnessing an attack by a nation with top-tier offensive capabilities. I just wanted to share that because SolarWinds was really a historic mess, and it was historic because they were using novel techniques that even the FireEye CEO said that he hadn't really seen before. And so just to share a bit more facts, a few things like the hack cost insurers $90 million. It wasn't just the US, it was some other countries as well. The main attack, like I said earlier, was Sunburst, and there was a secondary attack named Supernova, and you usually see this in nation attacks. You'll have the nation attacks, and then you'll have like a hacker group. Usually you want to attribute to China or Russia, but of course you can never truly attribute. So for example, it was very sophisticated because they used IP addresses that were obfuscated by VPN servers, which were deliberately located in the same country. So the attacks that happened in the US, the IP addresses were in the US. And then next slide, please. Yeah, so just to kind of point out, that was a huge cyber attack, but you also had these cyber attacks that happened in 2020 as well. You had Twitter with the Bitcoin compromise. You had Marriott that lost 5.2 million hotel guests, personal details. MGM, 10 million people were affected. Zoom, 500,000 people were affected. Magdalene Health, over 300,000 patients were affected, making it one of the largest health incidents. So basically, the reason we wanted to point this out is that at Cybersecurity Club, as Rachana said earlier, we want to network together as students who are interested in learning more about cybersecurity. And with that, we have some awesome events planned for this semester that we will be talking about soon. All right, and I'll go ahead and pass it on to our next speaker.
Sorry, I realized I was muted. Okay. Yeah, so just want to talk a little bit about the market trends in careers. So the top cybersecurity jobs in 2019, where we have the CISO, cryptographer, chief security engineer, cybersecurity analyst, and it's still growing. There's a lot of growth in this domain, and there's a lot of shortage of professionals in this area as well. So they're always looking for people, and it doesn't always have to be on the testing side. So you do have the hardcore testing stuff, and you also do have the network security engineer side of it as well. So there's just a range of fields that you could go into depending on what your interest is, or what your experience is. So hackers attack every 39 seconds, on an average of 2,000 times a day. And the solution is becoming a cybersecurity professional. And like I said, there's a lot of unfilled posts in this area. So yeah, there's a lot of demand for it right now, especially with everything going online. So now Amna will be talking about the past events that we had.
Hi everyone. So these are a few of the events we've had before. So we had one with General Motors Financial. We had Kahoot, and it was super fun, just learning about cybersecurity training and awareness. And then we had another event with Copart, and this was a hands-on workshop where we worked on a real-time phishing attack. So then we also had one with Ernst & Young. It was a cyber threat classification speaker event, and you could also ask them any questions you want about cybersecurity and how to get involved. And a lot of these events, may I add, are very they give you a lot of opportunities to network. So I know at a lot of our events, the speakers would take resumes afterwards, and I know a few people who did end up getting internships through there. So these events are really helpful to get an internship or a job later on. Next slide, please. So these are the events we've had virtually so far. We had a footprinting and reconnaissance workshop. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. So that was the workshop where we tried to get a feel of if we were a hacker, how would we even begin about getting information and seeing what areas are vulnerable to hack. Then we went on to the next phase of that, which was our scanning workshop, and we used tools like Nmap and Wireshark. And lastly, we had a speaker event by Mr. Zachary Taylor. And it was mainly just him talking about the different challenges in cybersecurity, giving a feel of what it's like to work in cybersecurity. And yeah, that's what we had so far.
Okay.
I got it. Sorry.
Thanks, Amna. So for our upcoming events this semester, we have a hackathon, not really a hack, more of a pen testing workshop that we have next week. So Feb 5th, you can mark your calendars. Philip Wiley is going to be coming in, and he's going to be talking about, how do you go about conducting a penetration test, and what are some of the things that you need to keep in mind, and what are some of the best practices that you need to follow in order to, get the most effective, way into the system. So that's going to be super fun. And then after the event, of course, we'll be able to ask him any questions, related to cybersecurity. So he's the founder of the Pwn School project, and he has a lot of experience in this area. And then we also have the ethical hacking workshop series that we started last semester. So we finished a couple of phases in this. So we finished, the reconnaissance workshop, we finished the scanning workshop. So this semester we do plan to continue that, and we're going to get more deep into, system hacking and maintaining access in the network, and how do we leave without leaving a trace, So we're going to be continuing the workshop series as well. And then we do plan to have a hackathon that's going to be led by the club president. Some of the other services that we provide, so networking events. Whenever we have companies come in, they do have like 5 to 6 speakers or 3 to 4 speakers on average who come in, and they have a varied experience. So they're not all working the same role. So there's a lot of different niches that we can explore when they come in, and just talk to them and figure out, is this something that I want to be working as. And then we're gonna be having, workshops, hackathons, all of that. And then we have a Discord community. So if you're not on it, please do join it. And, whenever you have a question or whenever you want to discuss something or just share memes, you can just, join our Discord, and we do have all of our members on there. And this semester, we're also planning to collaborate with other UTD organizations. So you may be a part of it already. CSG, VCs, they're both really great clubs who are also, bringing forward the, field of cybersecurity. So we're going to have a couple of collaborations with them. And then we started the monthly newsletter, where we just find articles that we thought were interesting, or newsworthy topics that we'd like to talk about, and also our club events that are upcoming events that we'd like to mention. So we have everything in the newsletter, and that this is also sent out on Discord, I think, and also through email. But yeah, it is available on Discord. And then we're also planning to start resume critiquing. So if you would like any of the officers to go over your resume and just share tips, you can feel free to reach out to us on Discord, and whenever we're available, we'll take a look at it and give you some tips. And then internship opportunities, which again come through all of these networking events. Just showing up to these events, talking to the professionals, connecting with them on LinkedIn, and then maybe 2 months later they'll reach out to you if they have a position available, or 2 months later if you're looking for a position, you can reach out to them. So really, we're all just here to help each other and help each other grow. So please do join our Discord. Please do get involved with our events. We really hope to see you there, and we really hope to see you grow as well. So we did have a membership fee, just so that we could afford the pizza and all of that. So we had a $5 entry per event, and then a $15 lifetime membership. So we currently stopped that because of COVID, but I think we'll be restarting it, when everything goes back on campus. We'll either have it in a lifetime plan, or we'll do fundraisers, something that we haven't decided yet, but we'll, let you know when the time comes. But right now, there's nothing that you need to pay, so it's all free. So top security certifications. some of you mentioned that you're seniors. Some of you are probably just starting out in cybersecurity, but there's just, some certifications that you can have, which will come in handy and also give you a lot of knowledge that is useful in the field. So starting with Security Plus, which is sort of the foundation that you could have, going on to CEH, where I think you need to have like 5 years of work experience and then a bunch of other requirements, and then you take this exam. So there's a lot of certifications that you can do, and some of them can get really expensive. So I feel like for these ones it's better to wait until a company can sponsor you to take the exam or something like that. But just looking into these certifications, maybe just buying a book related to it and seeing what are some of the things that they talk about could be interesting. So these are some of the general ones, some of the well-known ones that they have. And then now with, Amazon Security coming up, they have their own certifications that you could take. I feel like the beginning one is the Cloud Fundamentals, the AWS Cloud Fundamentals certification that you can take. And then there's a level up, and then you could specialize in cybersecurity as a certification itself. So if you're looking to specifically learn about AWS security, those are some of the options you could look at. But other than that, these are, some good ones to get started on. Okay, so now Heba will talk about the previous offices and some of the accomplishments they have right now.
Hi, everyone. So moving on now to success stories of past and current officers. So starting with Rakshita, she was a security architect intern at Global Payments and is now a senior consultant at Identity Access Management and at Ernst & Young. And I believe she's a graduate student right now at UTD. And then moving on to Bhavani, she cleared the CompTIA Security Plus certification. She's also a graduate student right now, and she's also an IT auditor at Kansas Legislative Division of Post Audit. And Nikhil is right now our current president of the Cybersecurity Club. He cleared the CEH certification, so he has a lot of experience and will be hosting our How to Become an Ethical Hacking workshop very soon. And he's also right now an intern, an IT security intern at Copart. And Amina right now is our current marketing and design officer. She's responsible of all the amazing flyers and posters you guys see when we advertise our events and our emails. They're all from her. And she is an incoming infrastructure operations and technology analyst this summer at Citibank. And last but not least, Roshana is our club secretary. She's an incoming security analyst intern at Amazon this summer. And then Avi is our event coordinator right now. He's also an incoming cybersecurity intern at Dell this summer as well. So we know the cybersecurity field could be intimidating, and it's so broad, and there's a lot of things to keep up with, and it's always changing. Of course, technology is always changing. So these are just some resources and websites you guys can use to stay up to date and in touch with all the updates that are happening right now. YouTube and like some podcasts are also some resources I've been using personally to just see what people that are in the field like doing right now, how their day-to-day life goes, and just see like a closer look of what they do and some of their experiences.
Cool. I just wanted to add that along with these, SANS is also really good. They have a weekly newsletter that you can subscribe to, and it has a lot of information about some of the vulnerabilities that they found throughout the week and that were found by other companies, and also links to the events that they have going on, and they have a lot of webinars that they conduct on a lot of different things, really, not just cybersecurity, but it's also, leadership or things like that. So SANS is a really good newsletter or a resource for just anything really related to cybersecurity.
Yeah. And this is a general overview of our team. Dr. Atanul Lahiri is our academic advisor. He has great knowledge, great experience. He personally helped me with just trying to find the right track of cybersecurity in the graduate program that I'll be joining soon at UTD. They have certifications or the graduate track if you guys are interested. And Nikhil is our current president. Rohan is the vice president, and they're both graduate students right now, and they're also interning at their own companies. And then Varshana is our secretary and coordinator for marketing and logistics operations. Amina is the head of marketing and the design coordinator. Tala is the SOC representative and also the marketing logistics coordinator as well. Amr is the logistics and communications officer. Avi is our events coordinator. Shreya is our treasurer, and Priyanka is the corporate relations officer. And then me, Heva, the SOC representative and also corporate relations officer. If any of the officers here want to say a word, I think most of us are here right now. If anyone wants to talk.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Yeah, maybe some of the officers can
Officers.
introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about, your experience with the club.
Yeah, I can start then. I'm Avi Kacker. As they said, I'm the vet coordinator. I don't know, this past semester was my first semester with the club, and it was a really good time. We held some really good events. We got some really good feedback from many of our members, and we're really looking forward to hosting some good workshops. 'Cause I think that's probably the most valuable skill you guys can learn right now, just learning from these people in front of you because they've been through it. So that's pretty much all I gotta say for y'all.
Hi, I don't mind talking. So my name is Amna Hussein. I'm the head of marketing. I've been in the club since February 2020. So far I've really enjoyed my time, and it's also really helped me get my last my internship coming up at City, because they asked me a lot about it and were really intrigued, and I think it's also really helped me learn more about how to step into like cybersecurity, and everyone is so welcoming, and I've just had a great time being a part of this club. And if you have the opportunity, I would definitely apply or try to get involved and come to all our events if you can. So yeah, and it's so nice to like see you all, new faces and old faces.
Hi, my name's Tala Taylor. I'm a graduate student in the new Cybersecurity Technology and Policy program, and I'm currently in my second semester of the two-year program. I joined the Cybersecurity Club last semester, and I really enjoyed the ethical hacking series and just being able to communicate with everyone on the Discord. And I've learned so much just from being a part of the Cybersecurity Club.
Hello, is this
Hello.
anyone else talking about? Hey guys, my name is Amr Desai. I'm a logistics and communications officer. I started about, I think, when the GM Financial event, that was like my first event. And then I think that was this spring, or toward the end of the spring of 2019. And it's just been a blast. Everybody here is so welcoming, very wholesome environment. And our Discord is usually where we talk the most, just with you guys amongst the officers as well. And there's a whole bunch of fun stuff, fun events coming up. So I would definitely advise everyone to join us in that. And yeah, thanks.
Hey guys, I'm Rachna Gupta. I'm the secretary of the Cybersecurity Club. So I joined the club in my freshman year. I was super excited emailing the president, and I was like, hey, how do I join this club? I missed the kickoff, but like, please tell me what are some of the things I can do and what are the events, upcoming events. And I was just a very eager freshman trying to like join the club, and then they were like, hey, you seem interested, do you want to interview to be an officer? So I hadn't even thought about a leadership position in the club, and that was also pretty exciting. So I interviewed, and then I joined the team in my first semester itself. And I feel like I've definitely come a long way in terms of just leadership and how to communicate with people and how to network with professionals and all of that. So along with just technical skills that you would gain through the workshops, non-technical skills I feel are also equally important, and I feel like I gained that through the club. And also just building a community that cares about cybersecurity and just communicating with them also was super fun. So we are a small club. We have about, I think, 150 members or so. So we are pretty small, but I do feel that we are able to build stronger connections and just grow together as a whole. And I do think that's really wonderful. Okay, so
Yes, thank you guys for your words. We are currently hiring, so on top of all the amazing officers we have right now, we are looking for more officers. Please don't be intimidated to just apply for whatever position, or if you don't have experience, it's not a problem. I also didn't have any experience, but prior to joining, I joined last semester, and I was lucky enough to get a position in this club. But at the end of the day, we're all here to help each other and gain experience with one another and just learn together. So if you are interested, please email us at Russiana's email, and they'll be scheduling an interview with you and see what positions you're interested in.
yes, and also a little bit about the positions. We have a ton of positions that this semester. We're really looking to expand our team, get more people to help out and stuff. So we have positions for the newsletter. So if you're interested to create the monthly newsletter, gather articles that you think would be interesting, and you have good writing and editing skills, that could be something you could apply for. And then we also we're looking for a technology officer. So if you do have experience in cybersecurity, then and you want to share your skills and all of that, you could become a technology officer, where you help in hosting the workshops and guiding students and presenting things and all of that. So that is a position that we have. And then we have a couple of spots on the team, existing teams that we have. So the logistics team, where you would communicate with industry professionals to come in and give workshops and coordinate the timings when they are available, and make sure that it's a smooth process for them as well, because we are in a way representing UTD along with the Cybersecurity Club. So it's important to keep these good relations with the industry professionals. So yeah, just communicating well with them. So that would be part of the logistics and communication team. And then yeah, we have a ton of other positions. We are going to be posting it on our social media soon, more details about the positions and stuff. So really, if you are looking to help out and join the team, please do reach out to us. Don't hesitate. And we'd love to get to know you just as you're getting to know us. Thank you again for coming in. Here's our socials, Instagram, Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord yet, please do. We also post all of our upcoming events on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So you can stay up to date through that. If there are any questions that any members or interested members have, then please do let us know. We'll stick around for a few more minutes.
So when it comes to cybersecurity, are y'all mainly going over things like offensive security, pen testing, or is there any other kind of cybersecurity you go over, like say personal security with password managers and VPNs and all that?
That's a good question. So with our workshop series that we have planned, last semester we covered some of the topics that were mostly related to offensive security, and this semester we do have the pen testing workshop coming up, but we do have other types of workshops planned as well, other than offensive security, such as identity management and things like that, where we're going to talk about the other areas of cybersecurity as well. And we also have some events planned on the documentation side of it as well. So like, how do you report an event, or what are some of the risk policies that you need to keep in mind while all of this is happening? So we do want to give a more rounded view of security as well.
Okay, thank you.
So I just have a quick question. I know you said you have a variety of different things like pen testing and all these things. Will you all look into like industrial control systems and like, for example, SCADA systems and all that?
So as of now, we don't have anything planned in that area, but we could definitely think of adding it on, later on.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to add, Cannon, that's a great question. Cannon is one of our alumni from UT Dallas. He's currently studying cybersecurity as a master's student at the University of Houston, I believe. Cannon, we love to, as well as everyone else's feedback, we love if you guys could post your suggestions, feedbacks, any of that stuff this meeting, but also in our Discord. So thank you for your suggestions. Thanks, Cannon.
Absolutely. Thank you for I guess letting me come in here, but I'd love to help contribute as much as I can. Obviously, like Amr said, I'm not in the UT Dallas community anymore, but I'd still love to be involved and help out with anything y'all need.
Yeah, we love that. Our Discord is open to all, so please do hop in, and we'd love to have you on there. Okay, so if there are no more questions, then we can wrap up. Oh, yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So like question, and you guys said you hosted events back then, even before like COVID, where companies would come in and sponsor like hands-on events, whether it be security analytics and whatnot. Question regarding those events, like for most of these events, do y'all like are we expected to have like some form of experience in cybersecurity, or like how exactly do they go about for the most part?
That's a good question. So for some of the hands-on workshops that we had, for example, the malware incidents response workshop that we had with Copart, there were literally no prerequisites. As long as you're interested to learn about, what's gonna happen in the workshop, that's all you need to have, the attention and the mindset, where you come in and you're just ready to learn. But I didn't know anything before the workshop, related to that topic. And I went in, and the guy who came in, Adam Barnett, he's currently the security manager at Copart. And he came in, and he went through it in a really beginner friendly way, I guess. So he just explained what everything is, what are some of the key terms, and then he introduced the tool to us, and then he introduced the setup to us. So it's like we're learning on the spot, and we're just learning along the way. And if we have any questions, we just ask him. And it was a very informal atmosphere, so we were just seated in circles, I guess, in small teams, and we could discuss with everyone. And Adam was also going around and helping everyone, so it was really fun. And yeah, a lot of new tools were used, so it was exciting. So yeah, to your question, you don't need to have any prior knowledge. If you do need to have any prior knowledge, we'll let you know. In the, I guess, the poster for the upcoming event itself, that these are some of the tools you need to be familiar with. But for the most part, I feel like it's really beginner friendly.
Okay, that's awesome to hear. Thank you for answering my question.
No problem. Okay, does anyone have any other questions for the team? Awesome. Again, it was nice to see you all, interact with you all. I do hope you do come in for the pen testing workshop that's coming up next week. Again, there's no prior knowledge that you need to have, no prerequisites, just a laptop and an internet connection. We'll let you know if there's anything you need to download before. But yeah, we do hope to see you there. And we also do hope to have some of you get involved with the events and stuff. So do reach out to us if you're interested to become an officer and help out on the team. We are looking for people. Okay. Does any of the other officers want to say something? The last few words. But yeah, we'll stick around for a few more minutes if you have any other questions. But otherwise, feel free to continue with a good night, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Do you know when the pen testing event will be posted? Because I'm right now trying to find it through the Discord server, and the only one I could see under upcoming events is this meeting.
Yeah, so it will probably be posted on Monday at the latest. So you'll have all of the information. But it has been confirmed for Feb 5th at 7 p.m. So hopefully if you don't have any, anything that clashes with your schedule, then please do come in. We hope to see you there.
Alrighty, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for
Thank you,
coming.
guys.
Ken and Faraz, did y'all want to add anything? Any additional comments? How are y'all doing? How does it feel to be an alumni?
Oh my gosh, thanks for calling us out.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Dude, doing pretty well.
Honestly,
yeah.
I wanted to see what was going on. I really love what y'all are doing. I really wish this was an opportunity when I was at UTD. So I really want to help out in any way I can.
Oh, thank you.
I guess I'm not an alumni. I'm a master's student now. I'm actually doing business analytics and marketing analytics, but I did do a cybersecurity internship my junior year with MetLife. So if y'all ever need anybody to like speak on stuff, like the people who've had experience with the internship, I did vulnerability management, so I can talk a good amount
Oh
about
my
that if
gosh,
y'all need
we're
to.
always looking for people who have experience and who are willing to speak. So
yeah, no worries. I don't
thank
mind at
you
all.
for volunteering. Hey, Amir, make sure that he sticks to this promise and
Please.
have him come in.
No worry. I
I'm
talked to
holding
Amr a
you
lot,
to it,
so I'm
Faraz.
sure.
I know where you live.
Yeah,
I
you
know
live
you're at
there,
home
dude.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm with Faraz. I'd love to speak whatever I can do to help. I mean, like I said, this wasn't an opportunity for me while I was at UTD. So seriously, reach out to me.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
yes,
definitely.
thank
we
you.
definitely will.
Yeah, we're gonna schedule something.
Yeah, maybe me and Cannon.
And your question, Cannon, it was a rather specific question. You said you're currently doing stuff like that at work right now.
So not currently
You mentioned-
where I work. That's one of the classes I'm taking this semester at UH in the master's program. And really, I kind of threw that as an idea just for something to look at, since SCADA and control systems is really a big part of cybersecurity, in my opinion, just because you interact with it, with every traffic light, your AC units, all of that are ICS, and you have to kind of secure all those, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So I just kind of threw that as an idea, so people might hear that and kind of think a little differently, maybe engage them a little bit.
Definitely a good point to add.
Yeah, definitely, because with the emergence of sorry,
No, please go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just saying with the emergence of IoT and I know so I'm doing a marketing analytics internship with Siemens right now. It's part-time. It's not really cybersecurity, but it's very IoT based. So what they're doing is they're utilizing MindSphere as a solution for IoT. So for example, they'll be connecting a chip, and I think Intel makes the chip to each of their devices in a factory, and then it'll monitor it'll monitor whether it's going bad, or if a reactor is gonna blow up or something, around the temperature and stuff. And with the emergence of IoT and all of that, everything starting to become connected, cybersecurity is becoming even more and more big, because imagine if somebody was trying to hack into the systems, got the information of, oh, this generator seems to be very, very hot and it could blow up soon. That's it's not something that you want some random outsider, a hacker, to have access to. So yeah, cybersecurity is becoming huge, especially with IoT and all that kind of stuff. So
and I mean, it's a lot of fun.
It's dope. Yeah.
I would love to just say the amount of work that I'm doing in my master's program is just ridiculous. But the thing is, I'm enjoying all of it.
Yeah, it's